Okay, so if you're watching the video portion of this blog post, then you have already got your account set up. You know which blog you want to use, you know which Twitter feed account. You set up a free Twitter feed account, and you also, in this example, we're going to use a service called bit.ly for shrinking our URLs for tweet posts in just a moment. And so hopefully you got that account or that free account set up. That's one that works or is compatible with Twitter feed, is why we use that one. If not, just scroll up to the top part of the post, and there are hyperlinks for you to follow to get your bit.ly account set up, and also your Twitter feed account. Now, the screen that we're on, you're looking at the default screen. If you set up a brand new Twitter feed account and you have no feed set up, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to ask you to set up a feed. And so for our example, we're just going to use a generic blog feed. That's what we're going to call it. And in the instructions at the beginning of the post, we told you about just hovering over the RSS feed or subscribe button. Looks like what's under my cursor right now. Now I'm using Firefox in full screen mode, but if I was just in regular browser mode, if you'll follow my cursor down to the bottom left hand corner, anytime that I hover over a link, it shows me in that bottom left hand corner of my status bar where that link's going to take me. So the quickest way is to just hover over that RSS feed URL, and you'll see on your blog where that RSS feed URL is. So ours for this example is homebizblog.net/feed, and we want to test that feed, and that just makes sure that Twitter can communicate with your blog and is able to interpret what is in that feed for posting as we connect it to your Twitter account. So it says feed parsed OK. That's what you want to see, and you also want to see this little active square here with the blue check mark. Now we want to go down, and there's some advanced settings that you're going to be interested in. Now, just default is the update frequency for any blog posts that we're going to be posting to our feed is every hour, and at least one post at a time each time that your Twitter feed updates your tweets for you. If you are a frequent blogger, or you update your blog multiple times during the day, you may want to have it post up to 5 posts at a time, so that will capture all of the updates that you're sending to your blog subscribers or to your Twitter followers. In this example, we're just going to use one, and every hour. Now, post content gives you the ability to just post the title of your blog, to just post the description, or you can do both. In this example, we're going to do both. Now, the title is just that, the title or headline of your blog post, and the description is kind of that teaser little box that you can put and let your subscribers know, in one sentence what the blog post is about. Most bloggers will set up their blog so that when they type a headline or type the title out of their blog post, that it then becomes a long-tailed URL for the blog post page, and then you could use that link anywhere to get people to follow directly to the page of the blog post that you're trying to get them to. In this instance, Twitter has parameters for how many characters you can use in a tweet, and so that's where the bit.ly account comes into play, because if we have a URL that's really long because your title of your blog post is long, you're going to want to shrink that down so that it fits in the tweet box before Twitter feed tries to send that tweet out to your followers. So we're going to drop down here and look at the settings. We need an API login, which is the login that you used, or the username that you set up for your bit.ly account, and here's mine in this case. And now we need an API key. So I'm going to take you over to bit.ly, and when you log in, you'll have to hit the settings button right here at the top right hand part of the screen. It takes you to your account settings, and then you'll come down and you'll see that there's an API key. And if you don't have one, you can hit reset and it will give you a new one. You highlight that, and we just want to copy that and bring that over to our Twitter feed settings. Paste that in there, and then we'll hide it again. And then we're ready for a basic blog feed. And if our post page URL gets too long, we have it set up so that it will automatically shorten that link, so it doesn't mess up our automation with Twitter. Now on the bottom here you'll see post prefix and post suffix. Sometimes you want to use different methods to enhance the tweet that's going out to your followers. You can use up to 20 characters to do that. And you know, sometimes it's helpful to stand out from the other people that your follower may be also following. You know, sometimes people follow thousands of different Twitter accounts, and so there can be a lot of noise out there. Obviously, the best way to get Twitter followers to come to your blog and subscribe to your blog is to have great content. But this is another way to enhance that automatic feed that'll be coming from your blog each time you update a post. Alright, so we're going to continue to step 2, and that takes us to feed publishing. We want to configure our publishing services, and it'll show you again, this is the feed that we're going to be using to publish to our Twitter account. Now, you can actually post to multiple social media accounts. In this example, we're going to set it up with Twitter, but you could also update your Facebook account as well, and it would automatically update your status every time that you posted new content to your blog. So we'll set up Twitter. Now for this example, I had already set up my Twitter account HBizBlog as the authenticated Twitter account that I want to connect my blog feeds with. But had this been a brand new account, it wouldn't show any authenticated accounts. You'd have to go to Authenticate Twitter, and it would ask you to put in the information, username and password for the Twitter account that you wanted to connect your blog with or Twitter feed to post to, and it asks you to give Twitter feed permission to do that, and that's why they use this authenticate or using OAuth as the authentication process for doing that. So we've already done that, and we've set up HBizBlog as the Twitter account we want to use to receive the blog feed from. So we're going to create the service. Now this would be the time where if you wanted to do multiple social media sites and feed your blog to multiple different accounts that you have, would be the time to set up each one of those different accounts. In this case, we're just going to set up a Twitter account, and so we don't need to click on and put any other information for any of the other social media sites. So we just hit all done, and congratulations, you have successfully configured a feed. So now each time that we update our blog, it will automatically feed that to your Twitter account, or to, in this case, to our HBizBlog Twitter account, so that our followers have the opportunity to link to our blog. We hope to provide more quality content like this to you, and we welcome any comments that you might have concerning this post or any other posts, and maybe some ideas of some other training that you might want to see. We'd be glad to entertain that, and we thank you again for coming to our blog post.